Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance. We're going to be looking at the spine today, continuing our exploration of it. Lateral curves. So the spine isn't just designed to curve forward and unroll and curve backward. It also can curve sideways, lateral curves. Because most of us, if we see something off to the side, we need to reach it. We don't do this for it. We turn our body. We've lost a lot of these abilities. We don't use these motions. We tend to angle ourselves to face the thing we're working on. So I'd like to put it into my yoga practices to introduce these side movements and also encourage people to maybe reach sideways for something if they need to get it instead of turning their body. We're going to do it in two different positions. One is more pedestrian, just stand on 2 feet. Let your head tip over and then your shoulders and then your rib cage. And we're only going to about the waist because as we get closer to the pelvis, that lower part of the spine isn't going to curve. The sacrum is fixed. So we're just going to let this hang. And the longer you hang here, the more you're going to feel some strength engaged here. And we come up and we go to the other side. Head tips over, shoulders tip over, rib cage tips over. Maybe you don't make it this far. Maybe you're just working on the head tipping over, but we're going to try and work on these lateral curves building from where we are. We can add a little to this by curving over to the first side, head, shoulders, ribs, and taking that arm up. And that will increase the weight. We could decrease the effort, head, shoulders, ribs, by placing a hand on the hips or on your leg so that it's not hanging, so that you have a little bit of support with that bottom arm. So some variety in how you do it, but generally sideways. That's it. We could also take this into more elaborate yoga poses. So I'm coming down onto my knees. I'm going to take one leg out to the side in gate pose. You can work on the inside edge of your foot. You can push the bottom of your foot flat onto the floor. I'm feeling kind of stiff today, so I'm going to stay on the inside edge of my foot. And when I curve the spine, I'm going to take the other arm up and curve toward my extended leg. And then I'm going to take my body to the other side, and maybe I touch the floor. Oh, look, there I go. And maybe I don't. And I can go back and forth between these two. Or I could hold in one or the other. Maybe you don't tip very far and you put a block here. Maybe you just let your arm hang. Maybe you come all the way down, fingertips to the floor. Whatever you're doing, you're trying to keep your pelvis still. So again, we're moving the spine. And if the arms are too much, keep your hands at your hips and just curve your body toward the extended leg and away. If I take that other side, just so that we get evened out, again, I'm on the inside edge of my foot. I'm pushing down into my knee. There's lots of space and lift. And then I lean toward my extended leg. And then I lean away from it, but I want to keep that hip heavy, this opposite hip. I don't want it to lift up because I want the curve to be in my spine. And I'm noticing that this side I'm a little tighter and my fingertips aren't making it quite so easily to the floor. Nope. Who knows why? Could be something I did yesterday. Could be how I slept. So again, working with or without arms to add or decrease the weight that pulls on your torso, changing the position of your lower body. You could do this sitting in a chair. Start playing with that lateral curve, and then also once in a while, reach for that thing that's to the side by pulling your torso over instead of turning to face it. Okay, go.